Okay, so back to when I was in the park that night. Like I was talking about before, the the guy that came into the tennis courts, like I said that night, he must have been on some kind of drug, some kind of crazy hardcore drug, because he was just out of his mind. He was out of his mind. But anyway, I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible, not to dramatize it or over overdo it, I guess you could say. But basically, what happened is, like I said, I had already drank some very strong beer, a couple beers, and the night before, and I was really tired, really hungover when this guy came into the tennis courts. And anyway, he accused me of stealing his stuff. He came in there and he said, "You stole my stuff," and then blah blah blah. Just pure lies, pure evil. He knew he was doing evil. He knew that his stuff wasn't in there. You know what I mean? He already knew that. And so what I did is I was gonna get up because like I said, I was sitting down. I was so tired that I couldn't even stand up. That's how tired I was. So as I was just about to kind of get enough energy to stand up, the guy just attacks me out of the blue. Just starts hitting me in my face as hard as he could. I mean, we're talking like as hard like in a boxing match, like when you're trying to knock somebody out. This guy just and I'm sitting. Keep in mind, I'm sitting on the ground this whole time. So the punches are just like boom, boom, and I'm just like whoa, and you know what I mean, like just coming at me left and right. I was totally unprepared for it, and of course you would have to be a coward to attack a man that's sitting on his butt on the ground. You'd have to be a coward to do that. That's just a fact. Unless like I mean, there might be some circumstances where that wouldn't look cowardly, but this was a total act of just cowardness. But anyway, so this guy's just wailing, 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 And the funny thing is, I couldn't feel it. Like I couldn't feel the pain. It's like God blocked the pain from the punches. So this guy, like I said, I'm just like it did kind of daze me. It kind of dazed me. It didn't knock me out or nothing like that. But this guy's just hitting me as hard as he could. I mean, as hard as he could. He must have hit me at least like 7 times before I finally got up. The thing is, all this was happening while I was still tired and exhausted. I could barely like function. You know what I mean? You know how when you just wake up, it takes a while to get going. I couldn't, and being hungover at the same time, so I couldn't move. I couldn't move. And it took me a while to even get up while the guy was hitting me, while he was hitting me. And then so what I ended up doing is I stood up. At a certain point, I told myself like I gotta get out of this situation. And this is funny because I'm thinking this while the dude is hitting me because it wasn't in a fight mode. I wasn't in, I mean, I've been in fights before. I've had physical fights before with people, but what I'm saying is I didn't even have that response because I didn't even like I just total mindset was just like wow, I don't feel like I can even very very much move. I feel exhausted. I feel tired. That's all I was thinking. I was just like so while the guy's literally just wailing on my head, wailing on my face, wailing on I mean it's just like, and keep in mind, you're going to be a little dazed by that. Not I wouldn't say to the point where because I mean, obviously, like the power of God was with me that day. I tell you, I didn't feel a single ounce of pain, not 1 ounce of pain. I'm not lying. Not one. So anyway, I got up and I just decided I got to get out of here. I got to walk out of here. This guy's trying to kill me. This guy's a murderer. He's trying to kill me. That's what he's trying to do. It took me a little bit to even figure that out because it all happened so fast. So I just got up and I just said, I'm going to literally walk out of this tennis court. I'm going to walk out, and I'm going to walk out alive, and this dude's not going to kill me. And as I'm walking out, this is the funny part. As I'm walking away, he's still trying to. He's hitting the back of my head. Because you got to remember at this point, like my face was all bloody. I mean, I had like my face was so swollen by the time I got to the hospital, and I'll get into that in a minute. That you couldn't even recognize me. You couldn't even recognize me. Like you would be. It looked like a whole another person, just swollen everywhere, and I ended up having to get surgery on my right eye. I forget what this bone is called right here. But anyway, like it says in the Holy Bible, we're not given a spirit of fear. So from that experience that I went through, it didn't stop me from moving forward in my life. It didn't even stop me from carrying on that same day. So anyway, the reason I wanted to tell that story is because, by the way, I did get out of the tennis court. I did call the police. The ambulance had to come. They took me to the hospital. They had to do surgery, like I said. I was in the hospital for 5 days after that, so that was the longest I've ever been in the hospital. But I ended up healing from that. And actually, when I was in the hospital, the nurses actually told me that I was one of the most positive spirits that they've ever seen come in there before. Because after what I had just been through, you know, they couldn't believe that I would have a positive attitude like that. But like I said, when you've been given the Holy Spirit, anybody who has it understands exactly what I'm talking about. You don't give up in life. There's no such thing as giving up. No matter what happens to you, you'll never give up. You just won't. I mean, you might be, depressed for a little while about something, or you might be, sad about something that happened, or somebody dies or something, and it takes a while. You got to go through the mourning process, but you'll never give up. The spirit that God gives you is a spirit of victory. It's a spirit that only knows victory. The Holy Spirit, it only knows victory. It doesn't know defeat, and it will never accept defeat. So no matter what no matter what happens to you in life, the Holy Spirit within you will not allow you to feel defeated as a person. It's impossible. I mean, we couldn't do it if we wanted to, because the Holy Spirit will not allow that to take place. So, you cannot go against the Holy Spirit inside you. Let's put it that way. The Holy Spirit has dominance over your entire body, your mind, your body, and your spirit. So anyway, I'm going to talk about this in the next video a little bit.